Good morning to all. Due to college electricity problem, so some delay of 10 minutes starting the lecture. So last lecture we are going to start the pressure measurement devices. In that, Burdon tube pressure gauge, diaphragm pressure gauge, piezoelectric pressure gauge, linear variable differential transformation means LVDT pressure gauge, and last one is a dead weight pressure gauge. Okay, these are the five pressure measurement instruments. Okay, so in last lecture we are starting first border to pressure gauge. So first I ask all of you to please confirm me to all of you or draw complete this diagram border to pressure gauge. If someone is remaining, I give you 2 to 3 minutes to complete this border to pressure gauge diagram. Okay. So first one is a pressure measurement instrument is Burdon tube pressure gauge. So anyone remaining to complete this diagram. So within 2 minutes, I request all of you to complete your diagram. Those who are remaining to complete this diagram, I give you to 2 to 3 minutes for completing this Burdon tube pressure gauge diagram. So I request all of you, those are remaining to complete this diagram, try it fast. So I think all of our completed. See, this is the burn tube pressure gauge. This is the basic instrument or basic device to measure the pressure. Okay. दिस इज अ बेसिक प्रेशर मेजरमेंट डिवाइसेस. ये रेगुलर है, जो हम टू व्हीलर फोर व्हीलर के जो प्रेशर एयर प्रेशर चेक करते हैं टायर का, ये यही कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्किंग में रहता है सेम. ओके. सो हियर air nozzle means socket is there. See the construction. This is evacuated tube is there, known as a Bourdon tube. Here that scale is there, and this Bourdon tube is connected to the adjustment link with the help of rack and pinion sector, and this rack and pinion are connected to the spur gear, and this spur gear is attached with the pointer. Okay. So here pressure will be transferred, air will be transferred, this air will goes to this like that here, and this adjustable link slightly move, and this movement capture the this spur gear, and spur gear attachment to move this pointer. Okay. सो ये बेसिक है मॉडर्न ट्यूब प्रेशर गेज, जो रेगुलर यूज करते हैं हम टू व्हीलर फोर व्हीलर का एयर प्रेशर चेक करने के लिए. सी द बेसिक कंसेप्ट ऑफ प्रेशर मेजरमेंट. ओके. हियर एनालिसिस ऑफ अप्लाइड फोर्स बाय अ फ्लूइड मीन्स लिक्विड और गैस ऑन अ सरफेस. क्या रहता है प्रेशर मेजरमेंट में, हम एनालिसिस करते हैं लिक्विड और गैस का, मीन्स फ्लूइड का, व्हेन अप्लाई फोर्स ऑन surface. Okay. Pressure is typically measured in units of force per unit surface area. See the pressure is typically measured in units of force per unit of surface area. Means per unit of surface area means when you take a two-wheeler tire, four-wheeler tire, and commercial vehicle means bus or truck tire. Here air pressure will be differences. Okay. Consider like two-wheeler scooty Jupiter, air pressure is 40 to 42, and four-wheeler 30 to 35, and commercial vehicle like as buses, truck is 110 and 112 psi means Pascal. Okay. If pressure is typically measured in units of force per unit the surface area, means air pressure is changes with the help of different surface areas. Many techniques have been developed for a measurement of pressure and vacuum. Next is instruments used for measure and display pressure in an integral unit of units are called pressure meters or pressure gauges or vacuum gauges. Okay, manometer is a good example, as it uses the surface area and weight of column of liquid to both measure and indicate pressures. Likewise, the widely used Bourdon gauge is a mechanical device which both measure and indicate, is probably the best known type of gauge. So Bourdon tube pressure gauge is a mechanical devices and is a regularly used and basic pressure measurement devices. Okay. So write down the Bourdon tube pressure gauge description in detail, like as construction working and principle. Any doubt? काही शंका आहे का? Any problem? Anyone please reply. Okay, no. Thomaji, thank you. So write down the description of burn-on tube pressure gauge. Write down in burn-on tube. Burn-on tubes are radially formed tubes with an oval cross section. With an oval cross section. Full stop and next line. The pressure of the measuring medium acts on the inside of the tube and produces a motion in the non-clamped end of the tube. Full stop. Next line. This motion is the measure of the pressure and is indicated via the movement. Full stop and next line. The C-clamped burn-on tubes form into an angle of approximate 250 degrees Celsius, can be used for pressure up to 60 bar. चेक करा हे जरूर एक्सेप्ट झाला पेपर फ्री full stop and next line. For higher pressures, burn-on tubes with several superimposed windings of the same angular diameter in bracket helical tubes or with a spiral coil in the one plane in bracket spiral tubes are used. Full stop and next line. The pressure responsive element of a burn-on gauge consists of a burned tube oval in cross section and then to form a circular segment of approximately 200 to 300 degrees. Full stop and next line. The tube is fixed but open at one end and it is through this fixed end that the pressure to be measured in applied. Full stop and next line. The other end is closed but free to allow displacement under deforming action of the pressure difference across the tube walls. Solid state technology. Full stop. And next line. When a pressure is applied to the inside of the tube its cross section tends to become a circular. Full stop and last sentence. The free end of the tube is connected to a spring loaded linkage which amplifies the displacement and transmit it to the angular rotation and transmit it to the angular rotation of a pointer over a calibrated scale to give a mechanical indication of pressure. To give a mechanical indication of pressure. This is the burden to pressure gauge. Okay. Next heading, next title, diaphragm gauges. Next heading, diaphragm gauges. Second pressure measuring instrument is diaphragm gauges. Give the heading diaphragm gauges. In that diaphragm gauges, draw this diagram. This is the main diagram, diaphragm gauge, and these are the different pointers are used. Means dish shape, flat shape, coagulated, and capsules shapes are used to measure the pressure. Okay. Give the heading diaphragm gauges, and under this heading draw this diagram, diaphragm gauges. This is the second pressure measuring devices. All of you draw this diagram. Completed. Anyone please reply. Diagram completed or not? Please reply. Complete this diagram in this lecture only. Next lecture I am not going to single minute to draw this diagram. So I request all of you to draw this diagram under the heading lifetime gauges. This is second pressure measuring instrument. So all of you draw this diagram. I think completed. 10 minutes sufficient to draw this diagram. Okay. So this lecture would stop here. Next lecture continue this diagram or diaphragm pressure gauges. So division A, place your roll number and leave the meeting. Division A only.